Yes, but what I'm not happy about is that when you say South Africans don't want to work, in each and every country has its. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yes,
let me give me a chance to finish. These people that you guys are speaking highly of today, they come from they before foreign invasion, they found us with a functioning country. You guys had people that you had employed in these businesses who were South Africans. We every country, even there where they come from, you will find those that are not well behaved. It's social ills are found in each and every country, but we cannot now try and paint all South Africans with the same brush. We have got a group of South Africans. Here they are. They've got their CVs in ready. They can.
They are channeling their anger to the wrong direction. I feel like they are pointing their fingers to the wrong direction. You cannot blame foreign countries or foreigners for unemployment in your country when most of the foreigners are not even working for your government. They're working for private organizations from other foreign firms, sorry. So I feel like they are taking the action against the wrong people. You cannot blame Nigerians, blame Ghanaians, blame people from Angola, Mozambique, and the rest for your unemployment in your country. Why don't you blame your government? Most of the people who travel to South Africa to work, you see them doing businesses.
Yeah.
Did you notice that what most of them were doing, the people who were going on the streets to beat people, beat foreigners up, they were going to lock shops.
Yeah.
So Nigerians and other African countries that are in your country are not stopping you from opening your own shops.
No, they're not.
So what exactly is the problem? Most of the Nigerians who go out there, go to South Africa, they go there because they want to start up a business. They want to start up, something that they can, use to create maybe a means of importation and, into Nigeria, all the way from South Africa. So import and export, so to say. But I feel like these people, they know for a fact that Nigerians and other African countries are not their problem. They know, but they just want to flex their power. I feel like this anger is to probably show that they are superior to other countries. Yeah. And they don't like Nigerians. They don't like Nigerians. I saw a video where one of them was saying, are you Nigerians? Are you Nigerians? With anger, so much aggression. Are you Nigerian? Are you Nigerian? And then this person responded, no, I'm from Mozambique. And then he got chilled to calm down. And I was like, okay, you guys are my brothers. You guys need to go back to your country. But if he was a Nigerian, I'm sure they would have beat the hell out of that guy.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah, I get you. And it's, to be fair, I agree with everything you say, because it's channeling the energy to the wrong people, really. Because, like you said, most of the foreign nationals, the African foreign nationals, they are small business owners. They're small business owners just trying to make a living, just like every other common South African. So they are not the real problem for unemployment, because they're not employed, they are self-employed. They're doing their businesses, trying to make a living, like you just explained. So you channeling that energy and that aggression or the anger that, oh yeah, we don't have jobs, unemployment. Because I think I saw somewhere the unemployment rate in South Africa has gone up to 32% or something. But that is not the fault of the foreign nationals, though, is it? Because those people are not employed either. They're just self-employed. They're not employed by companies or firms. The country does not have jobs. The country is going through a crisis of unemployment. Good. Deal with that. But channel the energy to the government. Is the government the foreign nationals problem? Because most of these people, like we just explained, are small business owners. Yes, because the thing with anti-immigration protests everywhere in the world, really, it always starts with illegal immigrants. We want the illegal one, the undocumented one to go out. And then for some reason, then it just goes on to, yeah, we don't want everybody. We don't want anybody. If you're not a citizen, you have to go. And I think that's what it's boiled up to now in South Africa. I think probably it started like, oh yeah, we don't want the undocumented one, which is fine. That's the same thing America is doing. Like every country,
Yeah.
even if it's Nigeria, which we don't do all of those stuff in our country, but
We did at
you're
some point.
welcome. Okay, come. But
I feel like Nigeria has to be like one of the most receptive countries in the world.
oh yeah, we receive everybody. We welcome everybody. I think the only time was back in the day when they said Ghana must go, which I don't know how that happened, but the bag and everything that we have.
If we were born there, we most likely would have been very little.
Yeah,
we're not even born by that time.
Yeah, probably, But again, it's not the foreign nationals' problem, and getting rid of illegal immigrants, it's understandable, it's fine, but do it in the right way. Like I was watching where even school students, you were going, I think it was 3 days ago, 4 days ago, South Africa, were going out in the streets, beating up people, like looting and breaking into people's stores and trying to close up shop, which it doesn't help anybody though, because at the end of the day, these are your brothers, or at least they're supposed to be your brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
For all Africans, regardless of whether South African, Egyptian, Moroccan, or Nigerian, we're all Africans. We should stand together. And to be honest, I think the African leaders should come together and make this stop. Because, bro, if your country is as good, or I think if the government in one's country is good enough or providing enough, most people would not even want to travel in the first place.
That's it.
Everyone wants to feel at home, and if you're not meant to feel at home in where you're going, there's no need being there. Like I think 300 Ghanaians have traveled back to Ghana.
Yeah, they brought them back.
Yeah, they brought them back.
Provided an aircraft for them to come back to the country.
Yeah, and I think the guy who was explaining about having a barber shop, he had to close everything. He had to leave his own livelihood and just go back, because it's between staying there and risking your life or going back to your country and losing everything.
Yeah.
But which
I even heard that they are warning people. I think they are saying the last day was 30th of June.
Yeah, June 30th.
And if they see anybody, any foreigner there, whatever the foreigner sees, he should take. He should hear it.
Yeah, I think I saw that one as well. The activist, I cannot even try to pronounce his name, but the activist, the guy at the forefront of this thing, leading the protest, I think he was saying stuff about, he's not advocating for violence and all of that, but he just wants
that's a lie.
Undocumented ones to go
away. Exactly.
Undocumented ones. But if you go into shops and harassing people, whether they're documented or not, you're closing down their shops. People still don't be scared.
People up. They don't even. People are showing them their card, like their papers. Look at my papers. I'm not a foreigner. Some people are even telling them I'm not a foreigner. I am South African by law. And others are even telling them I have my right papers. I have the right papers. Look at them. Check them. These papers are legal. So what are you telling me? Do you know what is even very interesting about all of this? I saw a video where the so-called leader, the Jacinta woman, not the male leader. There's a female and then there's a male. Yeah. I think the female is the one who watched not quite long. Yeah, but the female leader was saying something. She said Nigerian men are evil or something like that. I can't remember the exact thing. I think she said a Nigerian man broke her heart. Imagine.
So that's like a personal
it's almost like it's almost like she's out there for revenge. And then I saw another video. This one was shocking.
It's crazy though.
This guy said something. The guy was like, the Nigerian men always take our women.
Yeah, the funny thing about all this anti-immigration stuff is most of the people, or let's say like not just even most, majority of the people saying we want you to go back to your country, we want you to, you're taking our women, you're taking our jobs, which is not, it's not just a Nigeria, it's not just a South African thing, if I must say, because
Yeah.
even I think it was 2 years ago when they were protesting in some parts of the UK or something. Some people are saying that as well. But my point is, some of these people that is advocating like go back, you're taking our job, you're taking our women, those are the people that don't want to work. Those are the
Yeah.
people that are not even willing to work. Because I'll say this every day, yeah. Like if a South African and a Nigerian both go for the same job position, the same job role, and they both have the same qualifications, I bet you 100% a South African is going to get the job more before the Nigerian might get the job, or foreign national, if they both have the same qualifications, the same job role.
Because of our bad reputation.
Probably because of that. And again, it's always, there's always going to be a little bit of bias, regardless of whether you believe it or not, or agree or not. With the same job qualifications, people are always going to be, oh yeah, this is my countryman, I'll probably just give this person. They're always going to be that in behind their head that pro is going to take our money and send it back to his country or whatever, or make the economy a bit better. So if you want the job, go for it. Go for an interview. Go to school, study, and go for the job. If you want a small business, like then start up a small business. You don't have to close a small business for you to prosper. And it's just the fact that it's the, like you earlier said, it's channeling the energy to the wrong people. The foreign nationals have nothing to do with this. It's all about the government. You're unemployed, you're going through an unemployment crisis, whatever. Deal with that by protesting to the government. Go to government buildings. Go to, I don't know, the government system over in South Africa, but do those stuff which will get the government attention to be like, oh yeah, this is what we need to do for the people. This is what the people want. But not going and beating of foreign nationals who, if you actually look at it, they're actually even helping the economy.
Exactly.
They're helping the economy because they're also employing South Africans even into their own.
And that's what they fail to understand. That's what they fail to understand.
Crazy though, honestly. And it's not just crazy, it's awful that you get to see this happens. You get to see, like, it's 2026 for Christ's sake, man. This should not, things like this should not be happening. Even anywhere in the world, talk more of Africa, where we're all black, we're all the same.
I have a very quick message to South Africans if they ever see this. Check the color of your skin.
Yeah.
Check the color of my skin. And see that we are brothers and sisters. We are Africans. We are one Africa. We cannot behave like this. We can't continue fighting. You can't do this. It doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't help anybody.
Exactly. It doesn't help anybody at all. This is what the colonial masters, wanted from the very beginning, for us to have division amongst ourselves. And South Africa, you've succeeded. You've succeeded in dividing the whole Africa. Well done. Kudos to you guys.
Yeah, it's not nice though.
That's my. I feel like this matter is going to get us even more upset.
Stuff like this is sensitive, isn't it? It's a sensitive matter. It's something that one way or another, it's really close to home. You get me? It's really close to home. Whether it's personal or whether it's directly or indirectly, it's just something that should not happen. Especially in 2026. Like in America, in the US, they're dealing with other immigration issues, sending undocumented people back to their countries. UK doing the same thing. In Europe, it's all over the world. You wouldn't even believe that, it's still going to be a problem in Africa. It's just like, and Africa as a whole should have a union. Like an EU resident, for example, my brother, an EU resident can go to any European country, can go to European country as long as you're law abiding. I don't know all legal law rules and everything, but I think as long as you're law abiding, you pay tax, you can live there. That should be the same in Africa. You don't have to be just West Africa alone, because just the ECOWAS people now, the ECOWAS countries, those are the only ones that you can actually travel without a visa. Even going to South Africa, you need a visa. Going to other, which I think African leaders need to come together and probably
And make it
try
work.
to solve this problem and make it work, like you said, because it's a shit show right now, man. 100%. Yeah.